Hey, I'm Kelly Cotonidis and welcome to Online Business from Scratch, where I'm taking you behind the scenes as I build my new online business from scratch to a full-time income while making sure it's a great fit for my traveling homeschooling life. I'll be walking you through everything I do and why so you can follow along and build your own flexible online business quickly and efficiently. This is the update for day 150 of my new online business, and that's a huge 18 days on from my last update because we have been really busy and I'm not sure where the last 18 days have gone, to be honest. We packed, we drove up to our new house in northern New South Wales, we unpacked, we found and we bought an entire house full of furniture because we sold pretty much everything before we went overseas, and we've had to do all of the settling in stuff. It's been really full on, and because we've come back to somewhere we've already lived, we were straight back into the social scene as well. So 1 to 3 days per week of homeschool group activities, catching up with a lot of people, all that sort of good stuff. So I've been very, very busy, but not got a lot of work done at all. And if you listen to the last episode, yes, the house is good, thankfully. It's clean and comfortable, and really a wonderful outcome in the middle of a housing crisis to find a good house on acreage at a decent price. Even though that decent price makes me want to cry when I think about it doubling in the last few years. So yeah, we still got here and we breathed a sigh of relief. So business-wise, everything fell apart. Not really, I suppose, but it felt like it overall. So I was ahead on podcast recordings, but I did have to spend one Monday morning doing all the posting stuff. So I had edited the audio and video and uploaded it, but I had to write the post and make the images, and it was just a crap way to start the week. I normally have a really productive deep work session on Monday morning because I'm fresh, but instead I was working through a checklist doing tasks that I am really ready to outsource. So I have resolved not to do that again, to get far enough ahead that it doesn't happen again. And I'm not beating myself up, of course, because it's an unavoidable part of the chaos of moving and setting up house, but I definitely don't want to do it again. And I also paused my evergreen emails, so it didn't go out one Tuesday. I did have time on Monday afternoon to write one, but I was tired. I knew it wouldn't be my best work. And so I decided to cook a great dinner instead with the husband, and that was great. We like cooking together, and it made us feel like the house was under control. We were getting our routine back, and so no regrets there in skipping that email. And it made me think, sometimes I do get stuck in the whole, well, I have to do this task. Like, I have to write an email. People are used to getting them every Tuesday. I can't skip a week. And then I have to figuratively slap sense into myself and say, hey, that's not an unbreakable commitment. No one has paid for this. No one is going to be disappointed or heartbroken. Probably no one will even notice. And just give yourself a bloody break and look after your real life, because that's why I'm in business, right? So I can structure my time and commitments and have a life where I get to do what I want without all those outside obligations. And so in the last few days, I've been able to get back on track a bit, and it feels like it's all gotten serious now. So not in a bad way though, in a good way. I always said that while we were overseas, I would do the foundation. I'd mainly do the background stuff, so I didn't have any commitments or expectations on me. But once we got back to Australia, it would be time to knuckle down and do stuff like test and launch courses and do more live workshops and put a lot more effort into doing stuff that actually gets me paid. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a bit of a challenge accepted type of situation. So to get all that happening, I now have an outside deadline for finishing my productivity course because I've submitted it to a bundle. So it's still mostly a messy Google Doc, and I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to put it all together. I did talk about that a few episodes ago, about sitting down to put the whole course together and going, this is just not working, and needing to put it aside while I tried to work out how to fix it. But now the course has a beautiful sales page, and it has a checkout ready for the bundle submission, and I have to have it finished in 6 weeks ready for the bundle. But I've actually also had the Business Idea Blitz accepted into a freebie bundle. So now I've got the deadline of 3 weeks to get the productivity course all finished, so I can use it as a tripwire and hopefully make some money. So a tripwire is when you sign up for something and then on the next page it has a special offer. Like if you buy this thing in the next 15 minutes, you'll get 50% off. And really that's a horrible name. A tripwire, it's like, I'm going to trip my customers over and make them buy something. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me, but that's what people call them. Maybe we can come up with a better name. And so with the bundle, one of the things I always try to do is make the most of any existing opportunity. So like I was saying in the other episodes about adding the paid business idea review to the free Business Idea Blitz course. And so that means that instead of just building my email list with this bundle, which is still a great result by itself, I can build my email list and hopefully make some sales at the same time because I can piggyback that limited time sale onto the free course and make the most of it. So anyway, back to the productivity course. I have found that doing the sales page while creating something is actually really, really helpful. And so I always do it partway through the creation process because I usually pre-sell stuff or sell it before it's finished, which I will talk about more later. And needing to write about the product really helps to narrow down the goals of the course, what people can expect if they do it, why they should do the course, how it will help them, all that kind of stuff. And you can't get vague with that stuff. You have to be able to communicate to someone what it is and why they should consider buying it and how it will help them. And having that very clear also helps make the product clearer and informs its creation. And from doing the sales page, I now have a bit of a structure and logical progression worked out. I have all sorts of promo copy I will go back and revise and edit over the next couple of weeks. But putting all of that together, the sales page and everything, was really, really helpful. And submitting it to the bundle too means I have to get it done. I have a deadline, I have outside accountability, and that moves it up my priority list. And I'm really ready for that because I want to actually have some stuff to sell because it's a business, right? And I've been putting together the structure and foundations, but in the end, to be a business, it has to make money, which means I have to sell stuff. So it really is time for me to create some more products and start increasing my income. I also got some reviews of my business idea review because I finally put a Google form together and actually sent it to the people who have done a review. And they've been really great. It's really positive. So they're saying stuff like, I helped them get clarity and confidence, help them create a plan to move forward with their business. One said that she'd still be stuck overthinking her ideas if she didn't have the review, but now she has a plan to move forward with her business. So that's really reassuring to read, to see that I'm on the right track with that. Now, in big scary cost news, I bought Freedom Kit, which is a new, well, I suppose it's like an everything platform. So it does checkout and website and product hosting and all sorts of stuff. And I'll talk more about that next time, I think, because I haven't even looked at it since I bought it. But that was definitely a whole, like, just tick the boxes and put the card details in and then shut my eyes and click it and try not to think about how much this costs. It's a great deal overall because it's a lifetime deal, but it's still painful when you have that big chunk of money disappear from the bank account. Now, I also emailed my list to ask for ideas for live workshops. I really enjoy doing them, so I want to book some in. And I don't even have internet at the house yet. We're still waiting for the NBN installation. So I'm hotspotting my phone and I can't do workshops, but I want to be ready with a list of ideas once the internet finally gets done. And also push myself into committing to do them. So if I have the requests, it's much more likely to happen. So all that sounds pretty full on, and it has been. I'm tired, but a few days ago it was a Sunday and enough of the essential house chores were done that we got to have a really cruisy day. So Sundays are always a day off for me, but more importantly, they're screen free. So it's a day where I completely ignore anything online, apart from WhatsApp messages from my kids. But I can't do work, I don't check emails, I don't get distracted by social media, and I just don't do any of the seemingly endless chores that need to be done online. And because I've been doing this for over a decade now, my brain just knows that. So I wake up feeling very relaxed and usually spend the day doing not much. So last Sunday we went for a run and we cooked a great lunch, and then I spent a couple of hours just sitting outside in the shade. It was this lovely sunny day, and I read my book and I watched my pekin chooks, my fluffy little mini chickens that I have, free range around on the grass, and then we all played Monopoly with our extensive house rules that make no sense to anyone except us. So that was really nice. It feels like we've mostly settled in. And so hopefully we can get back to a somewhat normal routine very soon, because I'm actually really tired of finding and buying furniture. I've had enough. So if you're still not sure what your online business should be about, don't forget my Business Idea Blitz mini course where I will walk you through choosing the best topic for your online business. It's free, it's short, but you will get results quickly so that you can know your topic is a winner and you can start moving on with your planning and building your own online business. There will be a link in the show notes, and I would love you to join in and share the idea you develop and see you turn it into an actual business. So thanks for listening. I'll be back next week sharing my next steps from my permanent or probably semi-permanent house, really, because let's face it, travel will always be calling me back. So I will see you then.